It goes without question that Dragon Ball Z had left us with some of the most unforgettable and impactful moments that will forever live within our hearts and minds as Dragon Ball and anime fans, two in which one of those said events just so happened to have taken place during the Cell Saga, as Goku made the ultimate sacrifice by laying his life down to save the people he cared about most. However, what if that wasn't entirely the case? What if, instead of Goku being the one to have made the ultimate sacrifice, instead was Frieza? In this alternate Dragon Ball Z timeline, we take a look at how Frieza made the ultimate sacrifice to not only go the distance in laying his life down, but also make the ultimate sacrifice to save the people he hated most. As once more, before we begin, if you are new to this channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then be sure to go on ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single upload. And if you guys love and enjoy Dragon Ball and cannot wait to see more, then be sure to go on ahead and slap a big fat like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up, along with checking out the official Dragon Ball fan mangas playlist located down in the description box below, to where there you will be able to find all the latest and best Dragon Ball fan mangas created by the community for the community. So be sure to take a minute to go on ahead and check that playlist out located down below. As we kick off the Beyond Dragon Ball Z Frieza's Ultimate Sacrifice manga chapter special, exactly where we left off in Dragon Ball Z before Cell blew himself up, and instead of having Goku be the one to make that sacrifice to save his friends, instead we have Final Form Frieza taking Goku's position. As Frieza stares out in the distance, the early translations go on to indicate that everyone seems to spot Frieza as he seems to lock eyes with Cell, as Krillin and the others begin to question as to what Frieza's up to, with some of the earlier translations having to state that Frieza was in fact considering killing everybody before Cell got there, but being that within his good conscience he wants to be the one to kill everybody himself, he has to make the ultimate sacrifice to do what he feels is right in order to one day extract his revenge by being the singular individual to take down the Z Fighters himself, in eerily enough a very similar way to how Vegeta always wanted to be the one to take down Kakarot. And seeing as to how Frieza had made his decision in having to do what he felt like was right at the time, Piccolo, Trunks, and Krillin notice how Frieza then turns around in not only placing his fingers over his head in a very similar fashion to how Goku did in Dragon Ball Z, but instead of wishing everyone goodbye, instead he goes on to tell everybody that he will be back to kill them, and he's only doing this for the sole purpose of wanting to be the only one outside of Cell to get that job done. So what I really love here is how they swapped roles with Goku in putting Frieza in that position, but instead of saying goodbye, he goes on to tell everyone, hey, I hate you all, I'll be back, and when I do, I'm going to be back and finishing the job, which is a concept that I strongly disagree with in having Frieza actually aid the Z Fighters, but it's within Frieza's character to say something like that. As Krillin, Tien, and everyone look on, they begin to beg the question as to what Frieza is about to do. As Semi-Perfect Cell begins to charge up the energy blast within him to explode, he further then goes on to tell Gohan that there are only 4 seconds remaining until the Earth is destroyed, as he not only goes on to taunt Gohan, but he actually commends him for being a warrior strong enough in pushing him to this breaking point. So the dialogue is slightly altered, but as soon as Frieza arrives, Gohan looks on as everyone then observes, with Krillin having to cry out, Frieza! With of course Frieza having to step forward and placing his hand on Cell. Not only is Cell confused as to what Frieza is about to do, but so is Gohan, as Frieza then goes on to tell Gohan that he's not doing this out of the goodness of his heart to actually help them, but instead he's doing this for his own selfish reasons to further fulfill his destiny in being the one to finally get rid of the Z Fighters. And even after Gohan is beginning to wonder as to what is going on, I love how Frieza is so condescending versus Goku's nature in Dragon Ball Z, because in Dragon Ball Z, Goku was sentimental, he was telling his son how proud he was, but here, Frieza's telling Gohan, no, I don't care about you, I hope you die, and when I do come back, I will be the one to destroy you. As right then and there, with semi-perfect Cell having to stare down in absolute horror, Frieza then goes on ahead to use instant transmission in further teleporting semi-perfect Cell away from the Earth. Now, how in the world Frieza learned instant transmission, I have no idea. This is supposed to be the replacement of Son Goku within the show, so on a technicality, perhaps Frieza had went to planet Yardrat, he learned instant transmission. That is left to the imagination of the user to determine, but what I really find fascinating here, and weird at the same time, is having to visually see Frieza be the one to save Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Piccolo, Trunks, Gohan, and Vegeta. And with Frieza using instant transmission, what I found hilarious is the fact that once Frieza had used instant transmission to go to King Kai's planet, we then observe and stumble across a very familiar person, as of course King Cold looks on, in a very similar format to Dragon Ball Z with Cell having to erupt. Right then and there, Cell blows himself up, taking the planet with him, and assumingly King Kai, King Cold, and Frieza all at the same time. To in which a lot of these panels can be referenced from the original Dragon Ball Z manga, but it still doesn't change the fact that a situation and circumstance like this is cool to begin with, as by the end of it all, instead of having Super Saiyan 2 Gohan be the one to finally finish off Cell, the manga chapter closes with Gohan, Yamcha, Krillin, and everyone having to stare up in the sky, as because of Frieza using instant transmission to teleport Cell away, that was the be-all end-all of the entire battle, as once Cell blew himself up, he never came back to Earth in further confronting our fighters before having to finally be put to rest. Now, what I really enjoy here is seeing the fact that Frieza did lay his life down, not for the sake of doing anything good, but wanting to be the one to kill everybody, which I think is a pretty cool thing, rather than actually having Frieza lay down his life to save everybody willingly. And that's what I feel like this community needs, is more alternative fan mangas like this, as we've seen many different alternate versions of fights happen before, and I cannot wait to see what's coming next, especially when having to take the events of Dragon Ball Z and set the alternative in seeing what plays off, having to switch characters instead. But in the end, I would like to get your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you guys think about Frieza laying down his life to save the Z fighters? Do you guys want to see more of the same situations occur in these fan mangas, except with different circumstances, having to swap characters, having to swap scenarios by having different characters be introduced? I want to get your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you guys are not following me on Twitter, then be sure to follow me on Twitter, as I am going to be keeping you guys up to date with some pretty cool fan manga concepts and ideas have lined up for this holiday season, along with, of course, the Dragon Ball Super Rycon manga chapter number 2 special, and many other things, as well as joining my Discord. My brand new Discord link will be located down in the description box below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Once more, if you guys are new to this channel, then be sure to go ahead and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single upload. Slap a big fat like down below by giving this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed this manga chapter special and want to see more concepts like this be adapted in the near future. Tune back in for more. Got some really cool surprises lined up for you guys down the pipeline, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below. Take it easy, guys. Peace!
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Frieza.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!